Son of a freaking bitch. Alright, well, not as bad as last time, I guess. We weren't recording again. That's only, what, half an hour? That's fine. Alright, so what's happening, party people, for the VOD, I guess? We'll just, real quick, we talked to Dahlia about Greetha. Greetha made us, or Dahlia made us a dagger for Greetha. Jasmine gave us some herbs for Greetha to calm her, and right now this little percentage thing is telling us our percent chance of freeing Greetha from the demon, and we just told Greetha that we also summoned a demon, and now Abramar is showing himself to Greetha. I'm sorry again for not clicking on the... I'm just not used to the Slob's interface yet. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Less than half an hour. We lost 20 minutes. It's fine. But yeah, we're just explaining that Abramar is the reason that we were able to make a deck. We were able to start talking to people again. And we are regaining our freedom. I owe him my life. That is, for lack of a better word, so cool. Fuck, it feels so good to say it out loud to another person. Thank you for understanding. Are you kidding? I'm like an ideal audience for that kind of revelation. Jokes aside, thank you for trusting me. I feel really fortunate. And this goes without saying, but you can rely on me. Now we're sisters in the Forbidden. The best kind of sisterhood there is. Abramar, you can leave us now. Understood. Time to put me under the knife. I'm not ready yet. You will never be more ready than now, and I'm ready to accept any consequences. Just let me meditate for a couple of minutes just to gather my focus, okay? 2 whole minutes? That I have. Sure. Thank you. Moment of truth. Have you made a decision? Do you want to pay for the behemoth's name? Oh, that's right. Oh, do we have enough? I'm really hoping we have enough. Yes. Allow me to absorb your energy then. What's this? You don't have enough energy, Fortuna. Come on, don't waste our time. You're better than this. Damn it. I wanted to. I was hoping we had the energy. You still there? Yes, I'm ready. Sorry, I just needed to collect myself. Ready for some stabbing? Don't say it like that. Sorry, I was just trying to blow off some steam. Our ideas of what constitutes relaxing differ dramatically, Greetha. It looks like you're relaxed, though. I guess that's the most important thing here. Okay, I'm going to insert the dagger now. Are you ready? Do it. So how do I look? We did it, Greetha! Yeah, I know. You're the best, Fortuna. Thank you so much. I was so nervous. My heart was about to explode. Where is the behemoth now? They escaped. While you were pushing the dagger inside me, we had a very intense discussion that felt like it lasted eons. Finally, they got scared of me? It's like you were fueling me with some energy larger than this universe. It felt so empowering. You were amazing, Fortuna. I'm so happy for you. What now? I'm going to make a round to share the good news, especially with Dahlia. I owe her my life. Yeah, she deserves more credit than anyone. I promise, I'll come visit you again soon. I didn't only regain my freedom here. I also gained you. I'm happy I met you too. Okay, take care. See you soon. Goodbye. What is she standing on when she comes to visit us? It looks like a tiny, like, crescent moon. Like a tiny, lunatone. Alright, Spider, this should be Luis? Dear Fortuna, I'd like to come visit you once again, if that's okay. I'd like to tell you how it went with Adana, Luis. And her frickin' magic carpet, hell yeah. Thank you for having me. Hello, Luis. So, how did it go? You were right about Adana. I went to visit her and talk to her about an alternative source of energy for our project, and she didn't seem to care much. Something is amiss with our leader. She felt devoid of life. I didn't dare ask about what was going on, but I have a really bad feeling about this. Turbulent times coming. That is quite disturbing, yes. I'd explore what is going on with Adana, but I doubt she'd agree to come here and have her fortune read. And on second thoughts, I wouldn't like for her to know I'm developing a new deck. Better not to mess with Adana. I agree. Ah, by the way, I made up my mind. I'm moving to Earth. I put some thought into what you told me, and you're right. It solves many problems. I'll get to be close to my love, I'll be able to slowly open up to him, plus I get to protect him. I can't wait to start my new life with him. You changed my life, Fortuna. I got rid of some stupid shackles I had put on myself. I'm so happy to hear that. I was worried my deck would cause you trouble. I brought you a present. Oh, what is it? It's a pith cloth. I harvested the threads from a space station. Here. Ooh, astronaut's pith cloth. Weaved by Luis with Intellici harvested from astronauts. A present for Fortuna. Oh yeah, we were really missing some fire. Okay. Thank you. Oh, this is beautiful. I humbly accept it. It's but a token of my gratitude. I hope one day I can truly repay you. There's no need. This is more than enough. Leaving courtesy aside, I'm serious. Let me know if you ever need my help. Thank you. I will. Take care, Fortuna. Likewise. And we don't have any guests. Ooh, we should go make a new card with our pith cloth. What a busy life all of a sudden, How are you feeling? It feels good. Life is worth living again. Glad to see your mind has improved. So what are your plans now? My biggest concern is still Adana. Sooner or later, she's going to find out about my new deck. If I want to be free, I'll need to deal with her at some point. Well, the cosmic wheel is already in motion. Look how quickly you've reconnected with the Coven. Just stay alert and seize any opportunity the universe throws at us. How do you do it? Manipulate fate? You tell me. We're not so different. Not really. I get to read into possible futures. But escaping from Adana's sentence was an impossibility until I summoned you. Are you sure? It was by your will that I appeared. You're the one making the jigsaw fall into place. Are you suggesting that I'm the one that created you? What? Please, witch. I was just trying to encourage you. You owe me a lot, and you're paying a high price for all of this. Don't forget it. But you summoned me. That speaks volumes about the power of your will. Have more faith in yourself. Okay. No need to mock me. Look, a falcon has arrived. Oh, could it be from Thea? Oh, that's such a pretty bird. Another bite of sandwich. Making sure I don't have anything in my mustache or my beard. Okay. What voice did I give Thea? She was a little bookish. Dear Fortuna, I have terrible news. Please invite me to your home ASAP. Yours faithfully, Thea, Arbiter Badge 210, rank Waxing Crescent. Ah, Fortuna! What is it? What happened? It's about your leader. What about Adana? Adana is dead. Chapter 4. Succession. We are reunited here today to say goodbye to our good friend, Patrice. She lived intensely and died on her own terms. We are returning her body to the earth, just as she wished. Naked and covered in flowers. My body to the soil. My soul to my sister. To the stars. You lived in beauty, and depart in beauty. Now some words from her eldest son. I'm not good with speeches, so excuse my brevity. I will always be in awe of all of the life my mother brought into this world. And I'm not only talking about her numerous children and grandchildren. I'm talking about her words, her ideas, her wisdom. I don't know if any of us will ever achieve the clarity my mother had. With her gone, we've lost the brightest light in the universe. I wish only of our dad's most dearest... I wish any of our dads were decent enough to be half the person our mother was. I wish any of them were brave enough to have stayed by her side. Ooh, pop. Today, I didn't only lose my one true parent, but also my idol. Adios, mama. Te quiero. Thank you, Pedro. Now, Mr. Stanton, you wanted to say something? That's right, thank you. I feel lucky that you're letting me be part of this moment. I wanted to share with you how much of an inspiration her family was to her. She's always spoke of you so dearly. She loved you all more than anything. Patrice could strike you as a cynical person at first. She always had that I'm too smart to be wasting my time with you vibe. But she was ultimately driven by love. Love of life and of the human experience. I've been extremely fortunate to have been her editor for the past 20 years. And I know for a fact that she has been a mother not only to you, but to hundreds of thousands of readers around the globe. Her unique perspective on pleasure and joy has been an inspiration for many women, from many cultures. She's leaving a bleeding wound inside many hearts, but also a legacy. The world is stronger and healthier thanks to her. And that feeling, that energy will never die. Thank you, Patrice. Thank you, Mr. Stanton. Now to proceed with the last rites. Wait, I want to speak too. Ah, of course. Go ahead. Grandma, you aren't really gone, are you? That body, covered in flowers. You just had to leave that old husk behind, right? You had so many plans, so many ideas. I can't accept that you let a stupid cancer take you away when take away what we were building together. Right, Yaya? You haven't betrayed me, have you? Fortuna. It's okay, Pedro. Let her express herself. I can't do this by myself. Did you run off to the stars to look for your sister? You promised me you'd take me with you to see the cosmos. If you don't come back right now, I will never forgive you. Maria, I'm sure your grandmother will keep guiding you from wherever she is. One never truly leaves this world. Patrice's body may turn to dust. Patrice's voice may have gone silent. But her essence is the everlasting gift we will never lose. Patrice, she's broken free from that name. Now we will call her Autumn. We will call her tears and fragrance, a mid-afternoon dream. Enough with the cheesy poetry already. You will never understand my grandmother or what we were doing together. Maria, I'm sorry for your loss. Now, if no one has any more words to share, we will return her to the earth. May your souls bless the stars, Patrice. So, my prediction finally came true, eh? You managed to live 59 years, 11 months, and 21 days. For a second, I thought you'd be able to break free from your fate. You remained a tough bitch even in death. Hang on, I hear the cat. And he's probably gonna jump up, so we're gonna move the sandwich. No? Okay. It's too hard to do this without your witty comebacks. I'm sorry I didn't come and visit you after I ascended. But time among the stars sure flies. And I wasn't sure how you deal with the fact your sister became a witch. I'm so sorry. That night on the beach, I started walking into the sea and never looked back. But somehow you knew, eh? You knew I wasn't dead. You were the only thing I missed from my time being mortal. It's been tough up there without you. What about one last reading? For old time's sakes. What should I ask about? I wonder how our relationship would have been if I had stayed. Do you mind if I indulge, Patrice? The Emperor sits atop a stark, barren mountain, a sign of an unyielding power, the ultimate male ego, confidence, power. We'd have moved to the Canary Islands, you'd have written lesbian pulp novels, and I'd have run an online tarot website. We've run a popular magazine together, with Ava as editor-in-chief. Hell yeah. We'd have moved to the Canary Islands. You'd have written lesbian pulp novels, and I'd have run an online tarot website. We'd have drunk the most delicious wine and had a small community of artist friends. Met some beautiful girls, taken long walks along the beach. We'd have grown old together and had long talks swayed by the warm evening breeze. And Patrice. Ah, Patrice. I missed you so much. I'm going to miss you so much. What the hell am I doing reading into hypothetical? How can I be this cowardly? I owe you more than this. The first and only time I read into someone's death was for you. As a last present, I'll get real. I'll read beyond your death. I'm scared of that presence I found when you dared me to read into your demise. It was lurking there, watching us from the unknown. I'll look into its eyes now, to see for myself where we're sending you off to. The beast is the keeper of everything that is forbidden. Their servants ooze with lust and invite you to fall into temptation. Enlightenment beyond corruption. You'll become an archivist of occult texts. You'll collect and translate many lost and forbidden texts, and keep them safe in a massive 5-dimensional library. What? Oh, I think I've lost my talent. This doesn't make any sense. What in the cosmos am I doing? I'm sorry, Patrice, I'm just spewing nonsense. Don't leave me. "6 feet under my ass." Patrice? Fortuna? What is this? Is this the other side? Why are you in cosplay? Patrice, I love you. I love you too, silly. Are we ghosts? No, Patrice. This is the real world. I'm a witch. And I believe you're one now, too. Fuck me. Oh my god. Let's go see if we can make a card real quick. Okay. We have a lot of air and earth. Any special combination we can make with those? Oh, magical post office. Let's look at the 100 columns of worship. Banner bearer. Oh, this is a combination of those two. Okay. Sure. Oh, buddy, please don't. Come here. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, baby. All right. He tried jumping up on my sandwich. Come here. It's okay. Mm. Mm. Hello, little man. Oh, it's okay. I got you. It's okay. Hi. Um, Antlers are good. Okay. Oh. No. Hmm. Okay. Well, that sucks. Oh. They could really have some kind of music. The Mail Keeper. The magical post office controls the flux of information. The Deerfolk are devoted enforcers of law and truth, a symbol of tirelessness. Indefatigable. Yeah, there's no music right now. The game is completely silent except like when I made the card, it made like a shimmery sound when it made the cards. There's no music right now. The astronaut's pith cloth stimulates purpose and discovery. Guide, discovery, determination, rightfulness, justice, support, success, predestination, not prestidigitation, and luck. Alright, let's do one more. We'll do space. And no, he's... See if we can make that wing around the same size. These cards are really cool. Maybe because it's supposed to be a serious moment with the next visitor. Ah, cool. Arcana are blessed by the power of the gem skull belt. The dancer rises the spirits, a gift of joy. The sprite's exotic motions are fueled by the lascivious. The Aether Wings elevates the Arcana for everyone to see. Support, success, justice, happiness, temptation. People fucking love Balatro, and I don't get it. It could be one of those things where, like, once I, play it, I'll get it, but, like... Eh. It is imperative that we speak before I vanish. Adana. Okay. Hello, Fortuna. Is something the matter? I heard you were dead. That is correct. You have never met the corpse of a witch. I keep forgetting how young some of you are. I always thought of death as just that, the end. It can be if you are killed or erased, but a witch also dies when they lose the will to live. Now I am but a nameless corpse, waiting to be consumed by your sisters, or to be scattered through the cosmos. Why are you visiting me, then? Think of me as a ghost, dealing with loose ends. In that case, My exile. Is it over? I am afraid it is not. Reviewing sentences now falls upon the next leader of the Coven. And who might that be? It is yet to be decided. I sense something different about you. What have you done? You have grown. You feel like an adult witch now. It is a shame I did not get to meet you in this form. I don't know what you're talking about. What loose end have you come to tie up here anyway? You. I want to ask you what you have learned during this brief isolation. That you are a bitch. Brief? Exile is not a constructive solution. The Coven should actively work to make witches understand their mistakes and ensure a healthy coexistence. That path leads to weakness. It is just the opposite. Every witch should work on herself to make the Coven stronger, and not burden it with her shortcomings. Whatever. What was I supposed to learn? Allow me to explain. You have been wrong all along in calling your talent divination. What is tarot if not divination? I should tell you about the nature of this universe, the secret of reality. Consciousness is a responsibility. Everything that is sentient modifies the nature of the realm we inhabit. All that has happened, every phenomenon, is only real because it has been perceived. The parts of the universe that have not been measured have yet to be defined. Your arts do not predict events, they define them. Unknowingly, you are shaping what didn't happen in the past, as well as what has yet to happen. You are not a reader. You are a writer. I'm playing this truthfully. I'm not gonna lie a whole hell of a lot here. I will omit certain truths, but I will not lie. And I think Aidana is a bitch. That is why I exiled you. When you predicted the falling of this Coven, you were, in actuality, dooming us all. I have worked hard to prevent that omen, and I am still not sure if I have succeeded. Only time will tell. Why are you telling me this now? Because I am dead, and I deem it better that you become aware of the magnitude of your ability, since you will not be here to protect the Coven from you, since I will not be here to protect the Coven from you any longer. Why didn't you tell me to begin with? Again, making the witches aware of what's going on, instead of just sending them off onto a rock. Because I was afraid you would write me off this plane. I am well aware you despise me. Keeping you away from your deck was the only way I could think to ensure some stability for the Coven. Come on. I'm not the villain you think I am. Likewise. Fair enough. Remember, you can manipulate anything that does not exist. The future is the most obvious implication, but I'm also talking about the past. You can alter anything that did not happen. So, Dahlia's past then. Damn. The Coven is about to go through some turbulent times. I do not think you are mature enough to handle your talent, but it is not in my hands anymore. Do as you please with this knowledge. I understand. Thank you for telling me all this. I have a parting gift. Knowledge! Hell yeah! I know many witches will come to you for guidance in the near future. We cannot fix the immaturity of your character, but I can at least offer you knowledge. Take one of my eyes. It will allow you to see the unseen. It will open the gates to the wisdom of the gods. I pray you use it wisely. This playthrough is very different at this point. Oh, at this point, my playthrough was very different. And I was more on Aidana's side at this point. Interesting. Okay. You will play a critical role in the fate of the Coven. I am thankful. I will make the most of it. I don't really care anymore. I will not get to witness any of it. Why are you giving it to me, then? It was etched into the cosmic wheel. I can only obey. I see. I also want you to have this. The Coppersmith. Dear substance of kin, forsake the mortal hex, abandon flesh, abandon sinew. Thou art now my magic. Thou art no more sin. Fucking yeah? To send to a rock where she would 100% get out of, eventually with hundreds of years of resentment from being isolated. It's the self-fulfilling prophecy, or it could be akin to a self-fulfilling prophecy. This is a super arcana. Any card created with this image will allow you to access more readings than with a regular card. How did you, even if you believe me a farce, the gods truly speak to me? They told me about the new deck you are crafting. This custom deck. It suits your arts better than the limited tarot. So my decision to have you exiled has paid off in the end. So what? Do you expect me to thank you? I expect nothing. I am dead. This will be the last time we speak. Do you wish to say anything else to me before my departure? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Because she's going away. We don't... She doesn't care. Like, I'm not mad enough at her for a fuck you. Thank you for everything. You are welcome. Anything else? I hate you. Irrelevant. I will leave now. I really, really hate... Any last advice? No. Goodbye. Fair enough. Are you alright? No. I'm not sure if I'm able to read the cards anymore. Why? This is too much responsibility. I shouldn't toy with people's fates, or even worse, their pasts. I concede you that messing with the past is somewhat unsettling. But the future... Aren't we all messing with each other's lives all the time, anyway? You just happen to have the upper hand. I don't know. More than that, as the sole possessor of this talent, you have the responsibility to use it. You have the power to change this universe for the better. Own it. Maybe you have a point there. Some individuals lead covens. Some others run societies. Some beings can eat whole galaxies. I mean, I have the power to grant wishes. Own your talents, Fortuna. You're right. But these cards, it's not like I have total control over the readings. There's chance invoked in the shuffling. Exactly. What if a card only offers me tragic outcomes? You'll have to face some tough decisions, sure. But that's just like the rest of us. Sometimes there are no good outcomes. You have a talent for putting a spin on dire situations, don't you? I have found myself stuck between a rock and a hard place too many times. I have a knack for looking on the bright side. For my own sake. That's really human of you. Or that's really behemoth of humans. I was here first. As I said, a true reality spinner. Adana told you, reality is modified by consciousness. I may be a master of that. In any case, I may need some time before I feel ready to read the cards again. Nonsense. I need you back in the game as soon as possible. Do you want me to look into what's bothering you, then? Well... Is it about Gloria, the first witch? How did you... It's Adana's eye. Or better said, it's the water contract we sealed together. It's already activated. It's offering me knowledge. I can't fully access it. It feels like a waterfall of ideas behind my mind. And sometimes something jumps out of the water. So, you wanted to ask about Gloria? That's right. Gloria is my first love. I spent many universes without loving a single being. Suddenly, she came into existence. Or better put, she ascended. Gloria is the first woman who left the mortal plane behind and became a witch. She's the inventor of magic, which is basically exploiting a universe's rules. I've never met a single entity as full of love and ideas as Gloria. And I had the privilege of being loved by her. I wanted to ask you what had become of her. Before, I was afraid of what I'd find, but now, I'm afraid of what you'd write. I promise I will look for the best possible reading, or writing. All right. I granted you this deck, we might as well go all in. I got you, partner. Also, while you're at it, what do you say we try to reshape the Coven's stance on behemoths? That's not a bad idea. But what if what we find in the cards isn't good? I don't think there's anything worse than being forbidden and hunted. You're right. Okay, let's put this deck to use. Let's see, we want to look at how the Coven deals with behemoths. Right. And let's see what has become of Gloria, the first wish. First witch. Please, let it be something good. I'll do my best. The rest is in the hands of the deck. Another bite of sandwich while we... Oh, shit! Interesting. Interesting. I think, kind of on a level I didn't understand, maybe the reason I made this card. Now, given that this is a video game, I don't totally believe in the randomness. You know, the random pull of the cards. There's a little bit of me that thinks maybe un moment. Yeah, turn that up a little bit. There's a little bit of me that believes, like, okay, if at this point in the game you have a card made or you have pieces made, you know, certain pulls from the deck are dictated by factors of... Yeah, I believe it's somewhat random, but I do believe that there is a... Within the algorithm, it says, hey, if you have a certain piece, be it the sphere, be it the actual arcana, if you have cards made using these pieces, the randomness is skewed. You know, it's more likely to... Not to say that you will pull a card, but you are more likely to pull a card that has certain attributes during certain pulls. Let's make it something good. You will be reunited with Gloria, and you will get to rekindle the passion of your relationship. Is that true? I'm certain. I wrote so. I can't believe it. I thought I would never get to meet her again, let alone get to experience her love. Aww. Thank you so much, Fortuna. I am in your debt. I turned out to be the wish granter in the end, huh? And without shady contracts. The student always surpasses the master, they say. Thank you so much. My pleasure. Ooh, determination, rightfulness, guardian, ego, indifference, stagnation. Ooh. Behemoths and witches will get to coexist in harmony. That is delicious. I can't believe it's going to be as easy as that. You're the most terrifying witch I have ever met. A single sentence to solve all our problems. I still have trouble picturing this actually happening. Feels weird now, being aware that whatever comes out of my mouth will come true. Although it's always been like that, I guess. What were the other options? I'd rather not say. Feels like I'd corrupt the reading if I reveal them. Understood. Thank you, Fortuna. This means a lot to me. Not once in the history of this universe has anyone ever done so much for a behemoth. This wasn't just for you. Peaceful coexistence will be good for everyone. Of course. I don't trust like that. I am thankful anyway. You're welcome. I do not trust. Your deck feels way more dangerous now. I doubt I'll ever subject myself to your divination again. In all the universes I've existed in, nothing has ever made me feel so fragile. You must use these powers wisely, I beg of you. Wow, I never expected to get a behemoth to beg. This is serious indeed. It's not a laughing matter, Fortuna. Hey, don't look at me. You're the one who's always teasing when it comes to life and death issues. Got a taste of my own medicine, huh? Now I see it's not funny. Please accept my apologies. Come on, don't be so uptight. I've got your back. Sure. Look, you've got mail. Right, let's see. Did you hear? The old bitch kicked the bucket. Let's celebrate. Come on. Come on. Hey, Donna's dead. Fuck hey, Donna. Let's go out and celebrate. No, I can't. Why not? That hag is out. Fuck rules. My freedom is in the hands of whoever becomes the next leader. Then I'll become leader. My first order of business will be to ban fucking exile. I wish. No, I mean it. I'm running for office, Fortuna. Oh, wow. Really? I can't picture you running the Coven, to be honest. I thought you despised that kind of responsibility. It promises to be a pain in the ass, yeah. We've endured too many centuries of abusive leadership. I'm determined to revitalize our clan. Follow me and I shall deliver freedom and happiness. You're even more energetic than usual. I'm raring to go! Fortuna, join me! Let's rule the Coven together! Why don't you tell me about your plans first? Of course, of course. Sorry, I got caught up in the moment. Don't you think I'm a dumb witch? Don't you think I'm a dumb witch? I have a solid plan. I've done some research, and the 5 pillars of our Coven's law are judgment, law, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Judgment is how we decide who fucked up and what to do with the Coven. Law enforcement is how we punish those who fucked up. Forbidden arts is how we deal with dangerous stuff. Mortal affairs is how we deal with people, animals, and everything non-magical. Witch duties is basically what every sister has to do for the Coven. Now, Adana was basically all, fuck you, I rule. Fuck you, I exile you. Fuck dangerous stuff. Fuck mortals. And, well, fuck you. I want to change things radically. Try a new system, more open and inclusive. Judgment will be something held between all members of the Coven. All important issues will be solved after hearing everyone's input, then celebrating a referendum. It's feasible since our coven has less than 100 members right now. There won't be law enforcement. Any issue will be solved amicably between the affected parties. Isn't that a bit naive? What if they can't reach an agreement? We'll submit the case to the arbitrage office. I don't see why we need additional enforcement, since we have the magical pact anyway. I see. Following that line of thought, there won't be any forbidden arts. I believe that banning things begets temptation. It's better to share knowledge and educate witches about the implications. I believe we should cut all ties with mortals. This may seem radical, but I believe we are way too privileged to dare tamper with human lives. I say leave them be. We have a whole universe to toy with. As for witch duties, instead of asphyxiating quarterly controls, I say we set a magical tax to pool resources for the coven. Any witch could go about her life however she wants, provided she shares a proportional part of the magic she draws from the cosmos. We use those resources to help newcomers or any sister in need, or to develop some ambitious communal projects. That basically sums it up. Okay, there's a pressing matter too. We have to decide how to deal with Adana's corpse. We can either devour her or scatter her throughout the cosmos. Come again? Apparently there's a lot of magic stored... Ooh. Tickle in my throat. Apparently there's a lot of magic stored inside the corpse of a witch. If we literally eat her, we'll all become more powerful. But if we free her magic, a lot of women will be able to ascend and become witches. We can almost double our numbers. I firmly believe we should share her magic with the universe. We may become more powerful should we devour her. Get out of here. Okay. But there's a special strength hidden in diversity. More points of view, and the clash of new wills will make us grow in more interesting ways. Pretty much sums up my stance, so, are you with me? You almost had me. Oh my god, if it wasn't for the Mortal Affairs thing. Ugh. Compromise. Because I know... Okay, so here's the thing. She is, like, almost there for me. Like, this is a solid 85 and 90% almost there for me. I don't think we should cut ties with mortals. I agree with everything else. Oh. But Luis wanting to go live with that mortal man. Okay, okay. I think we're not going to get... I feel like other witches are going to come to us and be like, oh, I'm also running for head. You know, I'm also running to be in charge. So, I think Dolly is the best chance we have. Like, it's good for us personally to be unbanished, to be unexiled. I just feel bad for Luis. Hell yeah, I'm in. That is fucking fantastic, Fortuna. We can do this. Okay, cards. Am I going to win? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, Dahlia. That question may be too heavy. Why? Jasmine is planning on running for office too. Let's clear things up so we can save ourselves the pain of a campaign. If you want to solve this by shuffling a deck, you might as well meet with Jasmine and flip a coin. And none of that would do. Voters are going to need a campaign to be informed at the very least. Sure, we can still do the theater if necessary, but I'd rather know who's going to win already to dispel all the anxiety. I refuse, that would be unfair to Jasmine. Better think of a different question. Okay, I get it. To ask. I know. Who are my enemies going to be? And what kind of dagger should I forge to face these trying times? Playing hardball, huh? The future of the Coven is on the line. Let's put Let's pull out the artillery. Understood. Focus on your warrior spirit while I shuffle the cards. Wisdom. Forge a dagger that channels knowledge. Courage. Craft a dagger that infuses it with the valor to do whatever needs to be done. Presence. Make yourself a dagger that inspires respect. Resilience. Infuse the handle with it so the dagger can withstand your grip during these trying times. Presence. Make yourself a dagger that inspires respect. That's it! Great idea, Fortuna. I'd say you're intimidating enough as you are. I don't know if this is going to be overkill. Shut up, I'm not intimidating, I'm just intense. It's a bit of an understatement, but you do you, witch. Will do. Thank you, Fortuna. And her enemies. Replication. The oldest witches will conspire against you. Jasmine will pose the biggest threat. I don't want it to be my sister. An arbiter is going to be on your tail, scrutinizing every move you make. The fucking witch police? Why in the cosmos? All my shit is above board. They got nothing on me. For some reason, they're going to be watching you, so I suggest you play your cards as safely as possible. I've got nothing to be ashamed of. Politics can get way less honorable than your usual daemon hunting. You will act with as much virtue as possible, and everything will be fine. But nonetheless, it promises to be a nuisance. Disassociating with an exile like me can put you under suspicion. Well, they can suck my ass. Ah, please, watch yourself. Yes, don't worry so much. I'll keep things lawful good from now on. What's the matter? Not to undermine your craft, but I doubt a dagger will be enough to keep an arbiter in check. What do you say we draw an extra card to explore what measures to take given this predicament? Absolutely, lay it on me. Please don't be something drastic. Okay. Leadership, purpose, justice, luck. Dig up some dirt and report it to the arbitrage office? No. Make a demonstration of power before the coven. Extend an official duel challenge. A duel against an arbiter? That's unprecedented. Cool. Are they even supposed to accept duels? I don't know. But since the cards brought it up, it's likely to happen. Damn, the campaign got way more interesting all of a sudden. Thank you. And that's a wrap. And now to probably do all of this again with Jasmine. I hope this was useful for you. Well, I'd have preferred to cut to the chase and see who's going to win. But this'll have to do. Thanks a lot for taking the time. My pleasure. Before I leave, I wanted to ask you for another favor. What's up? Another friend of yours summon a behemoth? No, silly. One of the things that matters to me most is how we deal with Adonna's corpse. I believe this is extremely important that we open the gates for more women to become witches. And because of that, I'd love it if you met with our most recent addition to the community. She's so new she doesn't even have a name yet. Please let her come to see you. You can help her find her way. And you'll get to see how diversity will make our coven richer too. It'll be my pleasure. Tell her to come whenever she's ready. Thank you so much. I'll be going now. I need to start putting a team together to deal with the campaign. See ya. Farewell, Dahlia. Are you alright? I have some difficult news to share with you. Let me know when I can come visit. Love, Jasmine. Hello, Fortuna. I come with terrible news. I don't know how to say it. Adana's dead. You knew already? An arbiter told me. Oh yeah? How so? She's following my case and deemed it important to let me know. So the arbitrage office is still looking into your case? I'm glad to hear that. And how are you handling the news? I'm shocked, to be honest. Yes, this is going to be a tough blow for the Coven. The first order of business is to decide how to deal with Adana's corpse. Yeah, Dahlia was here a couple minutes ago and she brought me up to speed. Ah, good. So basically we have to decide whether to be fewer but stronger, or weaker but more diverse. What's your stance on this? I believe we should devour her. Changing government and all, I believe it's just not the best time to receive that many new trainees. There's already enough turmoil in having to establish a new direction. We need to be stronger than ever for the sake of our sisters. I see. And speaking of that, I'm running for leader. Yeah, so I heard. Girl, you are well informed for being isolated on this asteroid. Ah, what can I say? Anyway, I thought the Coven could use some tender, loving care after Adana. Will you help me with your divination, Fortuna? Can I count on your support? Tell me about your program first. Ah, but of course. Sorry. Right now there are 5 pillars. Yep. Judgment. It's also executive branch dealing. Tackling with the Coven is going, how to deal with major events. Right now we have runic judgment. Basically, it was Adana consulting with the gods. I believe we shouldn't leave witch law in the hands of exogenous forces. My proposal is that judgment should be in the hands of the oldest 4 members of the Coven, in agreement with the leader. No. Absolutely not. So any judgment should come by the quorum of the 5 wisest witches. No. Then there's law enforcement. Right now, witches who put the Coven in jeopardy are sent to exile for a variable amount of time, depending on the severity of their actions. And it's truly horrible. My proposal here is that witches accumulate warnings depending on the severity of their transgressions. And eventually, should they fail to change their behavior, they will be expelled from the Coven. No. Well, that's not terrible. No witch should endure what you're going through, Fortuna. Letting witches go to find a new Coven that's a better fit is a more humane solution, in my opinion. Then there's the forbidden arts. That's how we deal with hazardous magic and knowledge, such as summoning behemoths, necromancy, so on. Right now, when the Coven determines something could put our community at risk, we ban it. And I believe we should stay that way, so no changes on that front for my part. No. Mortal affairs. That's how we deal with humans and other lesser beings. Adana determined that mortals should be exploited and manipulated for witches' conveniences. I don't like that at all. I don't believe any soul should be a lesser being to begin with. I believe we have the responsibility to protect and guide mortal societies. We have the power to better their lives, so we must do so. And last but not least, we have witch duties. That defines what members' obligations to the Coven are. Right now we have the infamous quarterly controls, and should a witch fail to deliver, they'll eventually lose their membership. I propose a policy of zero vigilance, to trust that a member of our Coven will always strive to better our community. Contribution should be at every witch's own pace and discretion. Oh, there's also the issue regarding what to do with Adana's corpse, and yours is devour her, become stronger. Alright, I need to use the bathroom real quick, so we'll be right back, and I'll kind of think this over. I don't know if I just want to say no, or should I mention that I'm already helping Dahlia. I'll think about it, and then we'll come back and, make a decision. But until then, take care of yourselves. Make sure you're using the bathroom if you need to, stay hydrated, eat if you need to eat, make sure you're taking breaks if you're working, all that good stuff, and, yeah, I'll be right back. I've returned. Alright. Let's bring the game back up. Because... I don't agree with her stance on judgment. I don't agree with her stance on forbidden arts. I don't hate this, but I don't think it's... I don't think this compromise on mortal affairs is... freedom and trust... Sorry, but no. Huh? Why not? I already promised Dahlia I'd help her. Oh, is that true? I wasn't aware she came to you first, I'm sorry. Well, it's important to keep one's word, so I won't insist. But this doesn't mean I won't try to win you over. There's a lot of campaigning still to come. In fact, listen, there's someone I would like you to meet. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Maybe she'll make you more sympathetic to our cause. Junreisha, the mathematician witch. She also believes we should devour Adana and become stronger. Junreisha is the oldest and wisest witch in our coven after Adana. I'm sure she can make a strong case for why we should keep our former leader's corpse. Sure, tell her to pay me a visit. For now, I should be leaving. There's a lot of people I need to meet to get my campaign in motion. Take care. Do your best. Ah, the fresh smell of political turmoil. Rejoice, Fortuna, for this is the perfect scenario to, quite literally, play your cards. Things can get messy from this point on, yeah. How do you feel about politics? I'd rather keep politics out of my games. Unnecessary pain in the ass. Yeah. I can see how they become suffocating for a mortal. Too many hows and whys. I think it's important to stay in touch to a degree if you don't want to be insensitive to the status of your community. But I sure hate many things about it. I get it. What are your plans for these elections, then? Why did you choose to go with Dahlia? I like Dahlia's program more. She may get upset about it, but... she'll have to understand. The direction of the Coven is not a matter to be taken lightly. If either of them don't respect my stance, they aren't suited to lead to begin with. Good point. By the way, I'm curious about one thing. Why didn't you tell any of your friends about the true nature of your divination? You know, the little detail about being a writer, not a reader. I'm scared. I'm scared about how they would react, but I'm also afraid of myself. I'm still figuring out what this rediscovered power means. Excuse me. And what to do with it. I don't feel any different, but the pressure is immeasurable. I see. I am afraid, too. But I'm here with you. I can help you through this, Fortuna. Are you so afraid that you're desperate to get on my good side? You wish, witch. Jokes aside, I already told you that this is the first time I've ever encountered, throughout my many existences, something that truly terrifies me. And I'm starting to enjoy that feeling. Makes me feel alive. I wouldn't mind partaking in that thrill. Why don't you write yourself some courage? Okay. Do one little card. What if we draw just one little card? I'll draw myself one card. Wait. I was just pulling your leg. This is too risky. What if you draw a card ripe with fire magic and you end up in a bad place? A seer shouldn't be scared of their deck. I'll do it. Aren't you afraid of the consequences? Of course. But if I let fear dictate my actions, I would never have summoned you to begin with. You may be right. What exactly are you planning to ask, anyway? It's more of a request than a question. I want to demand that the deck submit to my will. It's not likely I'll ever stop using it, so I'd better tame it. You sure are something else. Let's see how this gamble of yours plays out. The what? I didn't make you. What the fuck is that? Meaning everything. The cosmic wheel spins forever between the folds of existence. It holds inside its clockworks every piece of reality that is yet to be defined. I didn't make this card. The cosmic wheel has decided to manifest as a card and will allow me to envision every possible past or future. You summoned the fucking cosmic wheel out of sheer willpower. I think I'm in love. Shut up. Well, how does it work? The card will be in my deck from now on. If I draw it, it will allow me to access every possible outcome of a question. You didn't fully remove the element of chance, then. That'd make divination pretty dull, right? What a lame thrill-seeker you are. You're right. Wow. Congratulations. Okay, so if we didn't take that chance, to draw a card for ourselves, we wouldn't have gotten the Cosmic Wheel as a card for our deck. Cool. You never cease to amaze me. Glad to see you're having fun. Speaking of fun, looks like you've got mail. Oh. Eeny, meeny, miny, Dahlia. The newcomer I told you about is ready to meet you. She doesn't even have a familiar yet, so I'm contacting you on her behalf. Say the word and I'll bring her to your place. Fuck me. I look like shit. I don't know why I even bother to go shopping if I don't feel like eating. I guess my future self will thank me when I get stoned tonight. Today's my birthday. Should have gotten myself a cake or whatever. I'll put a candle on a hot dog or something. Will Denaton release a new game soon? It's been way too long since Hotline Miami 3. Maybe I should start another run of Elden Ring 2. Games that will never happen, alright. I don't know why I even get up in the morning. Life doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't make any fucking sense. How does everyone else manage not to hate themselves? I wish I was brave enough to drop out of uni. I don't even like computer science. God, I'd rather kill myself than go to work in an office. I'd rather not work at all. I wish there was a way to stop existing altogether. It's time for another super bacteria to come and sweep us all away again. I'm sure that with my luck I'd be among the survivors. I hope those idiots don't... I hope those idiots don't ask me to hang out today for my birthday. I don't feel like seeing anyone. I forgot the toilet paper. Surprise! Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday, dear dead name. Happy birthday to you. Oh no. Did we surprise you? Come on, make a wish. I wish. Don't say it out loud or it won't come true. Okay, in that case. Welcome, I'm Fortuna. Nice to meet you. What's your name? I don't know. That's fine. I guess you're still figuring things out. Yes. First, I need to come to terms with being in outer space and having become a witch? That's right. You're a witch now, girl. How do you know I'm a woman? Only women can become witches, so there's no doubt about it. Everyone seems to be clearer than me on everything. I haven't even had the chance to get out of the closet to myself. But everyone here keeps addressing me as a woman. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you rather have me switch to masculine pronouns? Masculine pronouns? Hell no. I'm sorry, I'm just angry. It didn't all happen on my terms. Well, you have an eternity ahead of you to enjoy your true self. I guess I should be celebrating, but I can't still picture myself out of this ugly beard and hoodie. I believe I can help you with that, if you'd like. What do you have in mind? Some kind of glow up? You'll be the one doing the transition. I'll just offer some guidance. Oh no! It's not very different from what all of us witches had to go through. None of us ascended in these cool robes and hats. I'm an engineer. I wouldn't even know where to begin with designing an outfit. It'll all come to you. Trust me. Shall we perform a rite? I did it for my sister once. You can just relax. This is a pretty cool moment in a witch's life. Ah, I'm in your hands, or whatever. First of all, I'm going to summon a Fate-Mancer's disc to check on our chances of success for the ritual. Does it mean I can fail? Not really. It just means you'll take more time to figure out your witch identity. But it'll come to you in time. Great. Just try to enjoy it. Sure. What do I have to do? There are many ways to go about this. My favorite one is by making some tea. I'm going to interview you to try and find some elements that are fundamental to your essence. Then we'll pour them into this teapot and brew a cathartic infusion. That sounds surreal. But sure, I'm game. It can be pretty delicious. A good friend of mine taught me this method, and now I wouldn't go about it any other way. I'm kind of envious since this is something a witch can only taste before transitioning. Are you ready? Of course. Interview the shit out of me. Question. Tell me about yourself. What to say about myself? What do you like to do? A bit of your background, whatever you think is essential to your being. When I was about 10 years old, I saw a boar trample a friend to death during a school trip. That is oddly specific. And it's the first thing that came to mind, and I find myself thinking about it too often whenever my mind's idle. Of course, let it flow. I like electronic music, video games, spicy food, westerns, and gardening. Gardening can be a great asset for a witch. Well, I mostly grew marijuana and chili peppers. Is there pot in space? There's everything in the universe. But recreationally speaking, there's way better stuff that you can get a hold of now, being a witch and all. Nice. I could do with some of that. Sure, I'll set you up with a friend of mine. Did you do anything creative? Not really. Maybe cooking? I love cooking, but too often I find myself too depressed to cook anything at all. Well, you have all the time in the world now. Sure. So, did you find anything useful? Let's add that childhood trauma of yours. Let's add spicy food. Whoa. Is something the matter? No, not at all. It surprised me, but you said it out loud. I felt a strong connection to it. You nailed it. Great. Now, question. What would you dream of doing as a witch? I don't know. What does a witch typically do? Eat children, curse towns? No. Well, not typically. You can do whatever you want. Some of us take care of magical gardens. Some others craft magic daggers. Some others organize cosmic orgies. Myself, I dabble in divination. I don't know. I just want to have fun. Make some true friendships. Visit different places. I felt trapped for too long in my apartment. I want to be free. You can do all that outside of your occupation. Any crafts you may be interested in? I don't know. I was preparing myself to become a computer engineer. I also enjoy growing stuff, so making potions? Or maybe an explorer, any excuse to visit lots of cool places? I see. What to add is your vocation? Okay, so she's... Because I don't want to pick something that she would hate. Because she doesn't seem super jazzed about... Because scientist witch, is that just alchemy? Is that just alchemy? Gardener witch, I mean, hey, we can set her up with Jasmine, you know, to try and figure some stuff out. Traveling merchant witch. Okay, so my issue with traveling merchant witch is that this will fulfill her want for travel, but she might not make as many meaningful connections as she's looking for. Because she said she also wants to make, like, true friendships. Because, like, she'll travel a lot. Yeah. Gardening scene, and, like, she has a history with gardening. So... Sure. Sure, because we have our friend Jasmine we can contact. I picture you as a gardener witch. Oh, that sounds interesting. Are there gardens in space, though? Of course, the best kinds of gardens. I'm intrigued. I'd very much like to tamper with some magical growth arts. I can put you in contact with a great mentor in that regard. Yeah, please, sign me up. Perfect. Question. What would your ideal aesthetic be? Ugh. I don't have a single clue. Oh, God, no! You know what we could have done? If we had picked scientist, she could have, like, gone into potion brewing. She could have been, like, she could have started making, like, cosmic hot sauces. No, I feel like that's where her story's supposed to go. No, she could be making... spicy food. She grew chili peppers. Ugh. She could be making fucking magical hot sauces. Damn it. Ugh, I don't have a single clue. Definitely not this. Use your instincts. Pour out any keywords that come to mind. I don't know. What could be the opposite of this? I'm too embarrassed to say anything out loud, to be honest. I'm not comfortable speaking so openly about how I'd like to look. Take your time. Something flashy? Sexy? Shit. What am I saying? I feel like any look would be too big for me to fill. I want to feel good about myself, but I also don't want to overdo it. A witch isn't capable of overdoing her looks. You met Dahlia, right? Fuck yes. She's one hell of a woman. You're a hell of a woman, too. I don't feel so ready to own that. Okay. How about something empowering? I love that. Do you really think I could pull it off? I don't have any doubts. Okay. Let's go with empowering then. Cool. I have enough. Let's pour you a cup. The odds on that disc of yours aren't as high as I'd like them to be. They're good enough. Fill the rest with your willpower. You can do this. Alright. Let's drink this. Cheers. There she is! Oh my goodness. You look amazing. The Peppermancer! The Peppermancer! Oh, I love her. Do I? Yes, you are stunning. Can't wait to see the front of a mirror, but I feel stunning myself, yes. I feel weightless. This is amazing, Fortuna. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations. How can I ever repay you? You just become the best witch you can be. Enjoy it. You can count on it. Can you feel it now? Your calling? Yes, I am the Peppermancer. That is so cool. What are your powers about? I don't know yet. Something spicy, that's for sure. I need to find a fitting name for this persona. And I need to figure out what I'm going to do from now on. So many questions. I feel anxious and excited. I can help you out with that. My specialty is helping witches deal with questions using my deck. Ah, Dahlia told me about that. I was kind of bummed when you decided to brew some tea instead of letting me see your deck. So, yes, please. I'd love to see your cards in action. It'll be my pleasure. I propose we look into what role you'll play in the coven, so you can better form a picture of where to direct your training. Yeah, that's cool. Also, what do you say we look into the future to see what you'll call yourself, so you can start using your name right away? Yes, please. I can't go by Untitled Witch Project forever. Nice. Anything else you want to ask while we're at it? I'm fine with just that. Let's leave some room for discovery. Very well. Now focus on these questions while I shuffle my deck. Support, success, justice, happiness, little temptation. It's justice, but it's sexy. A special variety of spicy peppers known as Truth Chili. Ooh. Sexy justice is the best justice. You're going to grow magical peppers, and they're going to be in high demand, especially the Lust Reapers, which will multiply sexual arousal and stimulus. At some point, you will break the magical pact, and will be forced to serve as an arbiter. No! No! I don't want to do that to her. Yes, she is going to fucking thrive. Your talents will grow exponentially in a very short amount of time, and you will even get to surpass some of the oldest witches. All right, straight to the top. What's the matter? That's good, isn't it? Yes, of course it's good, but I'm a bit worried about how some witches will react towards your meteoric ascension. Why is that? Jealousy is a widespread disease among witches. Some of us will be extremely happy to see you thrive, but I can picture a great number of witches getting salty about it. Whatever. Haters gonna hate. The thing is that in a community as intimate as ours, the hate from the haters can become a considerable nuisance. If that is something I should be worried about, can't we look at it with another card? Absolutely. We'll look at how the Coven is going to react. Un moment. Blam. Your unparalleled potential will earn you the utmost respect from the Coven. Yes, dear Coven, get ready for some high-level peppermancy. Happy to see you all fired up. This is great news for you and for the Coven. I won't let you down. Thank you so much. But what is her name? Tell me. Raging Soulmates. Ileana, Violet, Faye, Kaya. Kaya? Oh, like Cayenne. Oh, and they all give the same... Cool, they all give the same... I think she looks like a Kaya. You are Kaya, the Peppermancer. Kaya? Sounds so alien to me. It feels like stealing a name from the identity database or something. But I like it a lot. I'll do my best to live up to this name. Thank you so much, Fortuna. You're welcome, Kaya. That's a wrap. How did you like my divination? Super cool. You've got a great talent. Although I'm not sure if I'll resort to it again anytime soon. There's something dreadful in becoming aware of fate's existence and knowing you can't escape it. Not that you're to blame, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it can cause that effect. I'm sure I'd lose it if I had a talent like yours. So tempting and so scary at the same time. I'll stick to the peppermancy. It could be maddening at times, yes. What are you planning to do now? Dahlia wanted to introduce me to more people, and now I feel ready for it. Thanks to you. Happy to hear that. Please come and visit me again. I will. Goodbye. Goodbye, Kaya. I'm so happy for her. Okay. Dear Fortuna, I'm sorry to contact you as the harbinger of bad news, but I need to meet with you to pass on a message from your friend, Greetha. What happened to Greetha? Hello again, Fortuna. How are you? Hello, Thea. Get on with the bad news already. Of course. I don't know how to put this, but your prediction came true. Wait, which prediction? No, please. I killed Greetha. Why? You're abominable. It was justified. She broke the magical pact by summoning that behemoth. And I gave her every chance to give up, but apparently she preferred to die than be arrested. Greetha. No. We had such a close bond. We had such a close bond. Yeah, because we foretold it. It came true. We wrote it. I'm sorry. No. You're right. This is my fault. No, Fortuna, this is not your fault. She made her choice. Yeah. I'm not so sure. Come on, Fortuna. Don't torture yourself like that. You wouldn't understand. What is there to understand? Is there something we're not aware of? Stop writing shit down. Leave me alone now. Please. Okay. I'm sorry. Before I leave, Greetha wanted you to have something. Gaithrin. Gaithrion. Gaithrion. Githerian. Githerian. Terrors often roam the cosmos, unable to harm anyone, until someone lets them in, and they become the fears of a whole sisterhood. That's a lot of earth magic. Okay. Take care, Fortuna. Damn it. I don't know what the romance options are in this game, but, like, I kind of liked Greetha. Damn it. For the attention of which Fortuna. Our colleague Jasmine asked me to meet with you to explain the advantages of devouring Idana and becoming stronger as a group. This is an important matter, so let me know when I can visit, at your earliest convenience. Faithfully, Junracia. She's the oldest witch? That's a sick fucking design! Welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having me. I'm not used to dealing with young witches, so first of all, excuse me if I say something too blunt or out of place. Don't worry, that introduction was polite enough. Good. You need to vote for Jasmine. I don't care for her program, really. It is just imperative that we eat Idana's corpse. Well, I thought you came by to do some convincing, not just order me around. We are inches away from unlocking a whole new dimension of understanding. There'll always be time to open the gates to more witches. Who knows? It is possible that if we ascend higher, we can directly grant illumination to anyone. That'd be very convenient, huh? I can expose some pretty good. I can expose some pretty solid arguments, if I may. Be my guest. Do you mind if I summon a Fate Maker's Disc to calculate the chances of our that our interests will align? I know your disc's secrets. And what may that be? Your invention is pretty convenient for any witch facing some kind of critical situation. What they don't know is that the disc is also recording everything, collecting information. For you. That is true indeed. How did you learn about that? My third eye isn't just for looking. I believe you to be the first person to know. Please don't disclose it to the rest of the Coven, or you will deprive them of an essential tool. How about you make the disc stop stealing info? Oh my god. She's the narc. She's the fucking narc. We used the Fate Mancer's disc when we pulled the behemoth out of Greetha. She narked because... That I won't do. To collect intel on witches' dire situations is in fact its main purpose. Don't you have any sense of ethics? Ethics lose all meaning when you spend a decade trapped inside the dungeons of the Inquisition. I need to gather as much information as possible for the betterment of my holistic formula. I won't disclose any secrets if that's what you are worried about. Still, the mere knowledge of your peers' issues is a clear violation. That's irrelevant. Those are the ethics of the privileged. When you are faced with death, when you become a survivor, it's all about the results. How about you summon a Minister of Secrets at least, so you can't possibly disclose any sensitive information? I don't see it as necessary, but I will if that keeps you from sabotaging my project. It'll make me feel better, yeah. Understood. Do you mind if I summon a Fate Mancer's disc anyway? I'd rather do this without the disc. A pity. Understood. We will do this the old-fashioned way. The first thing I want to demonstrate is the advantage of harnessing power as a present. I learned that you craft your own cards using Arcana. With enough power, you can create your own and not be limited to the ones found in a grimoire. Here. The Penitent One. A lone survivor of the Brotherhood of Silent Sorrow, so named because those in the congregation took a vow of silence as a form of penance. While I was at the mercy of the Inquisition, I met a penitent pilgrim. He didn't say anything, but he left a lasting impression on me. Using my holistic formula, I captured his essence in the form of a super arcana for you to use in your divination. Think about the possibilities if you were able to etch any element of the cosmos that marked you into a card. Is that enough of a reason to keep more witches from ascending? It feels too egotistical. I'm aware that for someone as intelligent as you, flattery won't be enough to make up your mind. So next, allow me to make a demonstration of power. Oh, thrilling. What did you have in mind? Thanks to my understanding of the holistic formula, I made myself immune to fate. Sorry, I laughed. It sounds way too ludicrous. Then go ahead, read my fortune. Throw me your meanest card. It'll be my pleasure. But wait, my formula may damage your deck in the process. Are you sure you still want to go through it? You're planning to dispel my card, aren't you? Is there a way to get a hold of one of those magnificent third eyes of yours? Would you like me to help you find one through my divination? Ah, that sounds tempting, but as I told you, I'm immune to the arts of fate. Not much of a perk right now, huh? It's alright, I have my own ways. Even at the cost of a card, do you still want me to demonstrate? I believe it to be a valuable lesson. Oh, fuck. I really don't want to lose a card. But I also think that this is an interesting gamble. Do your worst. I'm not scared. Very well. Draw a card. I still need you to ask a question of sorts to effectively draw a card. And who knows? Maybe you'll be surprised. I won't, but I'll play along. Is there a way for you to effectively access my fate? So you're basically challenging me, huh? I'm offering us both growth. Here we go. No, not my bartender. Look into the souls. Witness to many kinds of love. The bartender can channel hidden feelings. The swordfish liquor runs with truth. I guess that's not the worst one to lose. You are going to destroy this card. Shit, so there's no way around it. I'm afraid not. Could you just not destroy it? Lesson learned? That would be paradoxical. But if you dispel it, you are effectively following fate. That is true. We can call it a draw if you'd like. But I am going to dispel that card. Hey, we got the resources back. No, you haven't just dispelled a card. You obliterated a lot of time I invested in its art. Don't worry, the arcana and the energy you spent on it went back to your grimoire. Now they can become something new. That's the beauty of entropy. Yeah, I can see the beauty of it, yes. That pleases me. Most young witches have too much animosity towards entropy. It is only after embracing entropy that we can fully access growth and regeneration. It can still be a pain in the ass, though. That duality is what makes it the most beautiful thing. I have one more gift. I'd love for you to explore the blessing of entropy. This is a special dark matter serum distilled using the holistic formula. Add it to your cauldron and it will allow you to dispel cards. That way you will be able to recover the arcana and energy you used and create greater room for experimentation and thus growth. Ah, okay. I'll treasure it. Don't, just use it. I know, entropy. It was a figure of speech. Words aren't excluded from the power of entropy. Keep that in mind. Understood. Thank you. So, are you more prone to devour Adana and embrace her gifts? Here's the thing. There's a total of 6. There's 6 things on the table. There's the 5 pillars for the Coven community, and then what to do about Adana's corpse. For Dahlia, I agree with 4 of her points. I can count. I was thinking about the total of 6, so I was excluding 2. I agree with 4 of her points. And then for Jasmine, I do agree with a couple of them. And one of the ones I do agree with is I do think that we need to devour Adana. It's the point of It's the point of we're going through a shift in power, so having a huge influx of new members is not, like, now is not the good time. Now is not a good time. I don't care about the growth of power. You know, like, I think Junraisha's being extremely, selfish, egotistical. She just won't admit it or doesn't see it because she's shut herself off. But I need more time to think about it. Shame. Jasmine will be disappointed. But I will give you time. You are still young. Experiment with entropy. Sure. I will be leaving now. Very well. Thank you for coming. Quite a character, this Junraisha. She's a bit full of herself. I sympathize with her. She has that kind of look only a behemoth can recognize. What do you mean? Those eyes. You only get them when you manage to peek behind the curtain. They evoke a calm dread, if that makes any sense. I can picture myself getting there at some point. I can picture myself getting there at some point. If I keep delving into the mysteries of this deck? Maybe. Maybe not. You are too stubborn for that. Hey, I'm not that obstinate. If anything, I see you acquiring the presence of a master. It requires a special kind of confidence to evoke that. Oh, thank you. Only idiots and erudites manage to get there, and I'm still on the fence about which one you are. Very funny. By the way, that dark matter serum is quite the asset. You think so? Of course, your first cards bear the innocence of the student. That's very romantic and all. But as you develop your expertise, you can recraft those arcanas in a more knowledgeable way. I suggest you try it out. Just add a drop to your cauldron over there, and you'll get to dispel a card and recover the arcana and the energy you sealed in them. Maybe I'll give it a try. It's going to be tough to part ways with those nice pieces of art, though. Maybe. You won't be able to reduce your deck size below 4 cards anyway. You've grown too powerful for that. Your divination won't be able to withstand a reading with less than 4 cards at this point. The omnipotent paradox. More or less. I'll leave you to it. We're not going to do that. We're going to go forge some shit. And we actually have music this time. Yay. Oh my god, her third eye. That's awesome. I feel different. Adana's eye is pulsing inside my skull. I feel as if I could see beyond the pictorial representations of arcana. Yeah, we could spend a little magic to peek behind the cosmic curtain. Oh. Interesting. Oh, I forgot we've got some of these super arcanas. Okay, hang on. No, fuck, I didn't want to do that. Damn it. I desire to know more. Shit. Well, I guess now that we have it, I'll read it. Resistance to change, safekeeping the sacred, the turmoil that precedes a new state of the universe, detached from anything familiar, tethered to the unknown. Now that's not gonna want to work. That looks fine. Coimetrophobia? Overflowing with hate and regret, the quicksand taints its visitors. Exploring the fears of your peers will grant you knowledge. Whispers from everyone you love paint the most horrific worlds. The Arbiter's books puts this revelation in front of many eyes. Jesus. Oh, did they all get renumbered? No. 6 is just gone. Okay. We have a lot of water. Let's see what we can do with lots of water. And let's just remake it. Let's just remake, could probably... center him... Okay. I like it better a little centered. Okay, and we still have a lot of water and air. What can we do with... Air... Okay, we can do the coppersmith. Can't tell what this is I'm looking at. Just hide that. We need it. Hell yeah. The real magic is the friends we made along the way. I mean, there are a lot of really fun characters. The ever-boiling sea of tears grants access to the most profound emotions, the will to kill your heart to save your kin. The mirror dispels what isn't true. A flood of water to unleash hidden potentials. Excuse me. Okay, powerful direction. The presence necessary to inspire. Okay. Desire, quest plus water, desire plus water, water plus water. Alright, let's... Fortuna. Not cool I had to learn you can get visitors now from other than you. I don't know if you're aware of the current state of things, but we need to talk. Oh. Chapter 5. An Inquiry into Values. Things weren't as easy as you have them right now. When I was about the age of little Michael here, I was already working. And what did you do, Grandma? I spent most of my childhood helping my mom sew work clothes for the farmers. I wish I had a job already. I hate school and my allowance is miserable. You make more from your allowance than I made sewing clothes. I got paid 30 cents a piece. What? Then why did you even bother doing it? I had to help my mom. She was paid $2 a piece, but during those times it was enough for us to get by. Why is everything so expensive now, Grandma? I don't think I'm ready to explain that. Ask your dad about inflation when you get home. Did your dad explain it to you? I'm afraid not. My dad died in the war back in Spain. He didn't have time to teach me much, besides how to use a knife and how to cook a mean paella. I love Grandma's yellow rice. You sure do, beautiful. I'll make some paella tomorrow. What do you say? Hooray! Why did you come to America, Yaya? First of all, this is not America. These are the United States. Okay. Why did you come to the US? A couple of years after my dad was killed. Oh, so good. A couple of years after my dad was killed, my mom had to flee to France with me and your Auntie Fortuna to escape from the fascists. Then we moved to the US. What are fascists? Very mean people who don't like anyone who thinks differently from them, or simply is different. Are there any fascists in the US? Too many, I'd say. What are we going to do, Grandma? Don't worry about it. I'll protect you all. Yaya, tell us more stories about Auntie Fortuna. You know, this is the perfect place for it. Since it was on this very beach, I saw your aunt for the last time. It was here, where she died? I've told you 1,000 times, your Aunt Fortuna didn't die. She went to live in the stars. Come on, Yaya, I'm old enough already, but it is true. We drove here on a beautiful summer night, just the two of us and our friend Ava. I love Ava, she gives me candy. Yes, Ava's always been a sweetheart. Fortuna made a delicious pizza, and we opened a nice bottle of grape juice. Wine. Yes, wine, Maria Fortuna. I want wine. That night there was this beautiful meteor shower. So the three of us made a wish. I asked for my sister to be happy. She wasn't happy. She had a good life, but she needed more. Your auntie is magical. She's always had special powers. But this world wasn't ready for all she had to give. Out of the blue, she said, I want to be a witch. I'm scared. Shh. Michael, it's all right. She's a good witch. Then she got up and started walking towards the sea. The stars fell upon her from the sky, but also arose to embrace her from the bottom of the ocean. She walked until she disappeared into the water. She drowned then. No. She went to live in the stars. Don't make me repeat myself. Her body was never found, so she didn't drown. She's in a magical place now, watching over us. Why doesn't she come visit us? That I don't know, sweetheart. Yo, she looks so cool! Hello, Fortuna. Oh, no. You're upset. At this point, I'd say I'm more delusioned than upset. When are you planning on telling me you could accept visitors? Right? I didn't want to worry you until I figured out this mess. So you managed to get yourself into a new mess, even in exile. I don't know why I even keep caring at this point. What do I need to do for you to let your big sister in? Have I ever failed you? Patrice, come on. I've explained this to you too many times already. You are in! It's just that I don't like to be saved. And you're always too quick to make my problems your own. I want you to be my friend, not my mom. Although, not even our mom intruded as much as you do. Oh, I know. Who do you think changed your diapers and took you to school? Oh, not this again. Listen, it's been 2 centuries since I last saw you. Why don't we skip this part and cut to the tense and cordial conversation? Fine. How's Juliet doing? Are you still together? Ah, no. That had to end. We broke up about 50 years ago. What happened? She went and joined the arbitrage office willingly. Can you believe it? Wow. Why did she do that? She was overwhelmed by what being a witch implies. All that freedom, the directionlessness. She depended a lot on me to decide how to use her time. I'm not the kind to become anyone's conductor. She was fine whenever she was busy, but every time I needed my space, she had severe episodes of anxiety and depression. She knew she was hurting us both, so in the end her solution was to forgo her freedom. From what she told me in her letters, becoming an arbiter gave her a mission and a purpose. What a shame. Well, whatever works, I guess. Existential dread is a widespread disease among witches. The irony of immortality. How's work? Oh, you know, keeping up the thrilling life of the archivist. Why don't you switch jobs if you find it so dull? No, I mean it. At first, I took it because I needed to come to terms with this new reality you dragged me into. But now I'm hooked. Occult sciences. Actual occult. I mean, not Earth's esotericism. Are so stimulating. Feels like picking reality apart. Now I'm on the verge of a scientific breakthrough every day. I'm this close to start writing my own treatise. I'm eager to blow some witches' minds with the reframing of the occult I'm thinking about. Wow. Sounds exciting, alright. Will you read it? Of course. You don't need to ask. Well, you didn't read a single novel of mine back when we were mortals. I'm not as interested in lesbian pulp novels as I am occult stuff. Fair enough, I guess. Are you still checking on your descendants? Nah, I got bored a couple of generations ago. It was important to me to veil over Maria Fortuna, Eric, Michael, and the rest. And I was genuinely curious about how they raised their children and what became of them all. I don't know. The ego trip of witnessing one's legacy. But at some point, it lost all meaning, just became voyeurism, watching strangers go about their lives. They stopped talking about you, huh? Shut up. I know you too well. Prick. What about you? What have you done this time? Yeah, right? Ugh. Especially, like, if it's your partner. Like, I get if it's like, oh, I don't know what to do with my life. You know? Like, oh, I don't know. Like, Yeah, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I guess when you're immortal, relationships also have a different defined meaning. Tried finding a hobby. What are you implying? Something embarrassing, dangerous, or illegal, I'm sure. It sounds like things are tense with our sister. But she's family. Okay. Double-edged sword. If we tell her now, could go bad. If we don't tell her and she finds out later, she's bound to find out later. It's gonna be worse. We'll just tell her now. Rip the bandage off. Fine. Show yourself, Abramar. Holy fuck. Fortuna! A motherfucking behemoth? Pleased to meet you, Patrice. And it talks? What do you mean, it talks? We behemoths fucking invented language. And I'm not an it. Please refer to me as he. What have you done, Fortuna? I'm sorry, I was desperate. Shit. I swear I'm going to find Adonna's corpse and give her a post-mortem kick in the ass. This is on her. I'm sorry. What's done is done. Now we have to figure out how to keep you alive. Because something this big is destined to leak. And I'm not about to let my little sister get wiped from existence. We have to use the elections as an opportunity to save your ass. I can start by calling in some favors. See if we can get you in the running. Patrice, what? You're doing it again. Stop. This is my mess. I can handle it. You can't handle shit. Look at the situation you've gotten yourself into. I've been a witch for decades longer than you. I don't need your lessons. You may have been my big sister back on Earth, but not anymore. In fact, you're the little sister now. Know your place. What did you just say, you ungrateful little shit? You heard me. It's my turn to protect you. Just by colluding with me on this behemoth issue, you could be punished too. This is not... No! This is not how I would want to handle it. Fortuna, what are you doing? I didn't even tell my best friends. That's why I didn't want you to get involved. The fucking nerve. I don't need your help. The sooner you get that in your head, the better. Why did you turn me into a witch then? I didn't turn you into a witch. You were destined to become one. How many times do we have to go over this? I just read the cards. Wait. What? Oh my god. You alright? I did turn you into a witch. Oh my god, oh my god. I am so sorry, Patrice. What are you talking about? What, you're sorry now? What's going on? Ah, shit. Your bone cancer. I mean, me as a player, I kind of knew that. I figured that. But this is kind of a moment. Yeah, right? This is kind of a moment. Oh, shit. Oh, my fucking life. Fortuna, easy. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I recently learned something about my divination that, it changes everything. What's going on? I'm not a reader. I'm a writer. What the hell does that mean? Adonna's corpse visited me recently. She told me why she sent me into exile and why she took away my deck. I'm not seeing the future. I'm deciding it. Forging what's ahead. I killed you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. First of all, we were kids. You're not responsible for my fate, no matter the forces behind it. I gave you fucking cancer. Hey, shut it. I had a great life. If not cancer, it would have been a truck or the aftermath of all the drugs I did. I do not hold you accountable for any of that. Still, I'm so sorry. And then, you're right. You've always been right. I turned you into a witch. I couldn't bear you dying, and I dragged your soul into space. Yeah, right? I mean, again, it's family. She's come to terms with being a witch a long time ago. And honestly, like, swings and roundabouts. Oh no, I lived a great life. I died of cancer that... Okay, so what if you caused it? You also, like, if you did turn me into a witch, you now have eternity to make it up to me? You know? They're literal sisters bound for eternity. Well, I do hold you accountable for that. Not that I hate it. Being a witch, it beats eternal slumber. However, I think you owe me. You must let me in. Yeah, right? You wanted me back in your life so bad you pulled me out of death's embrace. Now own it. This is too much, Patrice. I don't want to read the cards anymore. The responsibility is overwhelming. Listen, I see how your powers present quite an ethical conundrum. But we're not on Earth anymore. I haven't met a single witch that isn't fucking overpowered and exploiting her abilities to satisfy her ambitions. You're like a super witch. So what? Use your powers to do good or whatever. I don't know, Patrice. Moreover, I believe you should act on it. Like that spider guy that Ava liked. Having great power and not using it is irresponsible. It doesn't go like that. No? Well, you get me. But where do I draw the line? Case by case. I know you're a good person. I'm not afraid of letting you tamper with fate. Read the cards for me. Come on. Really? What about? Read into my end. What? No! Come on! We all have an expiry date. Even witches. Write me a beautiful death. Patrice. You know, being aware of how I was meant to die gave me superpowers back when I was immortal. It was weird, but I missed that powerful dread. Please, Fortuna. Grant me illumination once again. Alright. I love you, Patrice. I love you too. Here we are again. But let me tell you, this is the last time you make me read into your end. You get reincarnated or whatever, you deal with the pain of being alive like the rest of us. Deal. Wait, how does the new deck of yours work? For you, it's going to be the same. Mechanically speaking, it's just like tarot. But I crafted this deck myself, capturing arcana inside the cards. So I can fine-tune my style of divination, and don't need to be so dependent on the classic tarot symbols. Cool. Okay, show me what you got. I don't think intent matters. Yeah, you know what? Standing ovation. Hell yeah. You'll get to witness the end of the universe, and perish along with whoever remains to experience the end of it all. You are destined to go out in a cosmic orgy, your essence scattered throughout 100 lovers. I mean, this is nice, and also I need more earth magic. You will turn yourself into a gemstone trinket, and veil over your favorite student. Pfft, get real. Me accepting a student, let alone having enough students to have a favorite among them? That's the most unlikely prediction you've ever made. You're a fire way to go. The last one. You're a great mentor, Patrice. Oh yeah? And what's my resume? You've been a great mentor to me, to your children, to your grandchildren. It's not the same. That's caring for your kin. Maybe at some point you'll soften and miss those days of raising fine people. I doubt it, but sure, whatever. Can't you write me something more exciting? It doesn't work that way. The cards let me access a selection of possible futures, and I scry through them. Can you see how much time I have left? Nope. I'm sorry, but it didn't come up in the reading. Then it's not going to happen anytime soon. Well, that'll have to do then. So what do you think of my new deck? It's pretty cool, yeah. It's a bit fed up with tarot, to be honest. Yeah, me too, now that I think about it. It'll take more time to get bored of these cards. It'll take more time to get bored of these cards since I can keep producing new ones. The illustrations, do you make them yourself? They're pretty cool. I composed them with existing arcana, but they leave a lot of room for creativity. I don't know, it's fun. Happy to hear you're having a good time. Okay, we've dealt with my demise. What do you say we focus on avoiding yours now? Ah, here we go again. Fine, what did you have in mind? I want you to run for leader. What? No. I'm deadly serious. When I learned that Aidana died and the Coven needed a new leader, I automatically thought of you. Your divination makes you the perfect candidate. That's why it pissed me off extra to discover that you could receive visitors this late. We've already lost a lot of time and we could have put into preparing your campaign. I'm sorry about that, but anyway. Clairvoyance isn't the only quality required to lead. I don't know shit about high politics. I'm not fit to rule. Your divination is the most crucial point. I'm not talking about you running the Coven as the dictator Aidana was. You could surround yourself with a wise team. You can confer with the whole community even. But your judgment is what will ultimately set the direction for the Coven. It's fine and all. But I already told Dahlia I'd help her become the next leader. What a pity. Let's hope she takes it well when you tell her you're running for leader yourself. She'll be angry for about 5 minutes, but it'll be okay. If I can compose my own... stance, my own campaign for how I would run things, I could compromise between Dahlia and Jasmine. Because I did like some of their solutions, Most of what Dahlia had worked for me, and the bits that didn't work, I didn't hate Jasmine's solutions. I think there's good compromise here. Perfect. Game's on. You're gonna make a great leader, trust me. You're not the first one to tell me I'd make a great leader. You're all going to make me believe I should do it. You should, you must. I'll help you. First order of business is to define a program. I'm going to do some scouting. I'll come back with a picture of the current political landscape. Then we can decide where we stand on the hottest topics. Okay, this is all moving fast. Don't worry, I'll make it easy for you. See you in a bit. Get your deck in order, relax a bit, and we'll set everything in motion when I come back. Cool. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What a bossy sister. Tell me about it. The air seal didn't seem to make a dent on her. I'm a bit disappointed in my magic. Hey, I'd say Patrice adores me in her own way. She just has a tough way of expressing love. I'm beginning to think that I sided with the wrong sister. Shut up. So, shit's getting real. Are you excited? After summoning a behemoth... No, you know what? I am excited. I never would have guessed I'd end up tangled in politics, but I'll use this opportunity to stop complaining and start doing. You're about to become someone's Aidana, aren't you? I want to think that I'll handle things with justice, but yeah, you never know who you're about to piss off. Okay then, what do you need me to do? What do you mean? For example, do you want me to deliver a letter to summon Dahlia and Jasmine, to let them hear about your final stance? Good idea. A friendly reunion before the race. You never know how gruesome things will get, and the three of us didn't have the chance to meet just to hang out like old times, so do invite them, please. I will. I'm glad you let Patrice know about me. You don't have to worry. She's loyal. Oh, I'm not worried. On the contrary, I'm eager to team up with her. Team up? Come on, you have a behemoth on your side, and you're planning on not using me during the campaign? Just let your sister know about my skills. I'm sure she'll put them to good use. I can spy on opponents, dig up some dirt, spin the cosmic wheel a bit in your favor, you know. Okay, I guess that's a great resource, but don't do anything without our approval. Absolutely. It may not look like it, but I'm a team player. Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna lie down for a bit now. I need some rest before facing the mess I've gotten myself into. Talk to you later. You dream you live inside a great bear that you could control with your thoughts. When you are hungry, you ravage small towns and collect some of the meat and veggies, and pour through the bear's throat. Ours is pretty chill. Yeah, ours is kind of a cool guy. You don't feel any remorse at all, and the food tastes delicious. I'm a bear, huh? You wanted to see us, right? I'd love to get together before the race starts. Let me know when it's a good time and I'll pick up Dahlia and come over to your place. Yeah, you know what? Besties! 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 Can we please talk about compromise? Eh? I want to run on a platform that's like... Thanks for coming. It's been centuries since we got the three of us together. I don't know why we didn't do this, like, I don't know, right away. Sup, witches? And you bet. Magic life can get so chaotic sometimes, we just forget to enjoy it. Yeah, it makes me so happy to see the two of you together. What did we do last time we met? I remember, you two came over to my garden. We had some delicious pastries that Fortuna baked herself. Oh, I remember. We opened that bottle of swordfish liquor I got from the Nomad Sky Caravan. Oh, shit. I do remember now. We started to play that silly mortal game you taught us. Oh, right. Truth or Dare. It was all the rage among teenagers when I was a young mortal. Oh, right. I dared you to read into the future of the Coven. Oh, that's how the incident started. Fucking Idana. This is all her fault. If you ask me, she got off lightly. Now it's up to us to clean up her fucking mess. Are you nervous about the elections? You can't imagine. I'm cool. More excited than anything. On the one hand, I'm more worried about because whoever wins in the end, the Coven will be looked... On the one hand, I'm not worried, because whoever wins in the end, the Coven is going to be well looked after. On the other hand, I want what's best for the Coven, and I truly believe my program is the safest bet. Just to be clear, I do think you'd make for a lovely leader, but playing it safe is the death of progress, Jasmine. But aren't we all well already? We just need to iron out Idana's more abusive politics, and put some love into the community. That's because the status quo benefits you. Think about all the novices and all the witches who don't fit into that orderly vision, myself included. My plan is not to start a revolution, but to level the playing field. It's not fair that power is held by the eldest. Novices need to be guided, though. Think about when we had just ascended. We weren't in any shape to be making important decisions. I don't know about that. Age has its own setbacks. What do you think, Fortuna? About that. I guess it's time I make my stance clear. I'm running for leader myself. What? Oh my. But aren't you exiled? Patrice is going to help me run the campaign. In fact, it was her who practically forced me into this venture. Okay, and what's your deal? I'm not really sure yet. We still have to define our program. But my sister is dead set on having my divination at the helm of the new government. That'd be quite an asset, all right. Have you really thought this through? I doubt a criminal has much of a chance at leadership. Whoa. That's a bit strong. I'm not a criminal, Jasmine. Part of the... When I'm president, my first act as president is to make me not a criminal. Part of the plan of becoming the next leader is to eradicate unfair punishments. So you actually wanted to meet us to declare war, huh? Not war, I just thought it'd be proper to let you know firsthand. I really think that no matter who wins, the future is bright. Yeah, that's what I like to think. But the stress of competing against you two is a bit overwhelming. Why don't we use this opportunity to promise that No matter what, we'll still be friends after the race is over. No promises needed. I never had a doubt about it. Likewise, we'll always be friends. Thank you. I don't know what I would do if I lost you. You won't. I love you. I love you too. I love you 3. Fuck off. Okay, the next few weeks are about to get pretty busy. I better leave and start preparing my knives. Figuratively speaking, I understand. No, literally, I'm a daggersmith. It's what I do. No need to stab anyone, though. I hope. Okay. You two take care. Okay. See you soon. Take care, both of you. Bye. Thanks for coming. Everything is set to go. Get your shit in order because it's about to get real. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll review the program and campaign plan. Let's do it to it. How are you? Fine, relaxed. Ready? Focused? Ready. Focused. Good. Hold on to that fuel. Did you meet with Dahlia and Jasmine? Yes, I did. How did they take it? I believe we're fine. All's good. Really? We promise we'll always be friends no matter what. Ugh, so corny. This is going to be the weirdest political race in the universe. Maybe all political conflict should be handled with as much love as this one. I mean, we can't be the only 3 running, right? Like, they did mention we only had double-digit amount of witches in the coven. There's gotta be other, like, older witches that think, like, I can run. There's gotta be, like, other people, like, who are going to run. But, I mean, like, it's so funny to think that, like, hey, if I win, the other people running, they're still gonna be a part of my cabinet. Well, jury's still out on how well this is going to go. They're good friends. I'm sure this will all be handled honorably. There's no honor in politics. Only victory. Whatever. What now? Okay, allow me to give you the rundown of what's ahead. We have to define a program and a plan. First, we'll analyze our opponents, and I'll interview you to see where we stand on the main issues. Then we'll sketch and review a program. Once we get to something solid, we'll form a team and schedule some campaign actions to get the ball rolling. The date for the election Congress hasn't been decided yet, but we're against the clock as of now. All clear? Yes. Good. First of all, someone tell you about the 5 pillars of the coven? You know, judgment, law, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, witch duties. Do you mean to explain them to you? I know about them. We can skip the explanation. Good. Let's start dissecting our rivals then. Who do you want to start with? Jasmine. Understood. Jasmine was born in a small English town during the Industrial Revolution, circa 1800. That put her in a cultural sweet spot for amassing the sympathies of the coven. She's a young witch with the eyes of the eldest. She's a young witch in the eyes of the eldest. Medieval and ancient witches, but not so alien as us contemporary. I know this is supposed to be like contemporanean. Us contemporanean witches, with our world wars, TV, internet, other global lunacies. Jasmine gets along with us, but is also part of the last decent generation, according to the most conservative witches. Her politics are a liberal revision of Adana's, removing the most tyrannical mechanisms, but reducing punishment, responsibilities. That will maintain the status quo, but give more room for individualism and personal enterprise. Free form, so many duties and the fear of failure. So free from the duties and failure. How did you manage to get all that info in so little time? I'm an archivist, and all this is public domain, no sweat. Now focus. Her program to achieve is this. Yes, 4 eldest witches. Expulsion after so many warnings. Banning. Jasmine argues that we should trust every sister, and devour Adana. Take a minute to interiorize Jasmine's... Don't they mean internalize? Sure. Done? Done. Perfect. So tell me now. What do you think is the best strategy to undermine her program? Ooh. This, if we're if we're trying to undermine her program, bringing up tradition and coven culture, this is how we turn the olds against her. This is how we turn the olds against her. Tradition and coven culture will vanish in the setup. Oh, I wasn't expecting that type of conservative approach, but we can work with this. It'll make a nice curveball to gather support from traditionalists attacking at the heart of Jasmine's target demographics. Exactly. Good, good. Now to assess the candidate herself. Let's use your privileged info on Jasmine. What would you say is Jasmine's strongest point? She's a pillar of the community. She helps and provides for many people with her garden, and has many contacts and friends. Sure puts her ahead in the race from the very start. It'll be hard to win people's trust and Jasmine over to our side. We'll need to undermine her capabilities as a leader, and reinforce her status as a community provider so she stays like that, rather than as a ruler. Now to her flaws. What would you say is Jasmine's weakest point? Her anxiety. She gets stressed easily. Oh, that's really easy to exploit. Good, good. That's a flaw that will trigger almost immediately just by competing for leadership. But we can push her button so she loses focus and messes up. I feel bad doing this. Toughen up, Fortuna. Her advisors will be doing the same about you, no doubt. Plus, these are emergency resources. If we play our cards right, we can hope for a clean victory. Focus on bringing your best game, and I won't have to push any ugly buttons. Talk about pressure. Shall we go over Dahlia now? Yeah, sure. Dahlia is not from Earth. On our home planet, politics have evolved and twisted more than anywhere else in the explored universe. She comes from the demonic desert lands, where matriarchy-based warlordism and chieftainship are primary forms of organizations, even nowadays. I'm not saying to underestimate her, but we can expect her not to be well prepared to navigate the intricacies of a political campaign. On the other hand, Dahlia's politics seem to be very different from her homeworld's. From what I gathered, her focus seems to be on collectivizing the Coven's duties and responsibilities, distributing the Coven's power horizontally. Leveling the playing field is practically her slogan. Yep, referendums, like that. Communication understanding, love that. Free access and education, love that. Don't like that. Don't like that. Magical tax. I didn't mind that one. And I don't like, well, ascending a bunch of witches at once. As you can see, Dahlia is betting on a kind-hearted community that requires goodwill to work. Almost utopic, I must say. What do you think is the best strategy to undermine her program? Point out the failure of communism on Earth. No, that's a bit underhanded. I don't want to undermine it. It's pretty cool. That won't float. It's imperative you challenge your opponent's ideals. Go ahead. Try again. What do you think is the best strategy? Because my only issue is with her stance on Earth. But okay, actually, her stance makes so much sense now. She's not from Earth. She doesn't care. No, that makes complete sense. Expose her naivete. Faith and goodwill is ridiculous. Good one. The ideal community she wants to paint a picture of isn't a reality. Let's focus on conveying that to the rest of the Coven. Okay, now let's capitalize on your intimate knowledge about your rival. What would you say is Dahlia's strongest point? Her overwhelming charisma and the confidence she projects. Yeah, if this were a popularity contest, she'd have the upper hand. Well, it kind of is. I'm sure her campaign will kick off with a lot of momentum. We can't hope to defeat her on any revolutionary grounds. We'll have to play on your intelligence and mysticism to get a bite of her cake. Alright, what about her weaknesses? What is Dahlia's most critical flaw? She's impulsive, impatient, she gets angry easily. Down. Go take a cold shower. Good, if we need to provoke her during a debate, the Coven is sure to question her ability to rule. We should be on the lookout for opportunities to get her mad during the campaign. Is this really necessary? It's your call, but if we don't exploit your opponent's flaws, it'll make it less likely for you to become the next leader. Politics are ugly, I know. But also, let me tell you, you should expect the same from your rivals. Friends or not, I'm sure they won't be pulling any punches. Be ready. I'm already regretting this. But sure, whatever, I'll handle it. Alright, now for the third candidate. Huh? I figured. Of course, no one told you? No? Who is it? No one truly thinks she poses any threat to Dahlia or Jasmine, but she's a candidate nonetheless. We should study her. I believe this dark horse has a chance of surprising us all. Tell me who it is already. Cupresa, the historian witch. The eldest witch in our coven, she precedes even Adana. Cupresa is originally from Earth, but ascended way before humanity even started writing. She has an infallible memory. All events get registered inside her tree rings. We've worked together many times at the Coven's archives. It's a never-ending enterprise to register all her knowledge on paper. The thing is that she always plays a secondary role in the Coven, just supporting us with her wisdom. But apparently, Cupresa isn't a fan of change, and isn't happy with the direction Jasmine or Dahlia want to take the Coven. So for the first time, she's running for leader. Her program is easy to sum up. She wants to keep things exactly as Adana left them. Moreover, she advocates for preserving Adana's corpse as some sort of oracle, to keep using her as a channel to consult with the gods, and set the direction for the Coven. Wow. Fuck Cupresa. Fuck her program, in any case. I know Cupresa personally, and she's very kind and helpful. But yes, no one wants the ghost of Adana to keep ruling over us. She has very few supporters, all among the eldest, but I wouldn't underestimate her. Cupresa has this special mystical aura around her. Combined with her vast knowledge, she's sure to impress many voters during the campaign. Depending on how gruesome the race gets, we could scare some of the most conservative witches into switching sides from Jasmine to Cupresa. I see. As long as we don't underestimate Cupresa and keep her in check, it should all be fine though. Understood. Alright, you ready to start defining our program? Do you want to take a break? Now, let's get this over with already. Alright. We'll go over a point, assess your opinions, make some choices, and when we have a first draft, we can review any aspect to iron out the program. It's okay to borrow some ideas you may fancy from your rivals. I do, though, try to make a program that's unique enough to be your own. Judgment. Right now, this is where our rivals stand. Jasmine wants to form a quorum of the eldest. Dahlia wants to introduce judgment by referendum. Cupresa wants to maintain Adana's runic judgment. What type of judgment do you prefer? Isn't Dahlia's idea of dividing all the power amongst members via referendum a beautiful idea? It is beautiful indeed. It would be something far-fetched for a bigger society, but provided the Coven stays within the hundreds, it's feasible. It'd still be quite cumbersome, and we need to keep in mind that the most popular option isn't always the best. But it will always keep the majority satisfied. Space Witch Communism. Will this make us weaker but happier? Or will this make us weaker but happier? I can't tell. It's never been done before in a coven that I know of. What type of judgment do you prefer? Let's go with the referendum. Gotcha. Now for law enforcement. Caprice wants to keep... Fuck exile. I have troubled feelings towards punishment as a method for enforcing law. It keeps law and order through fear, but we can't expect everyone to behave. Isn't there a way to make punishment constructive? Constructive how? Send bad witches to detention to do some magical studies? Not that. But hey, that may be an idea. What about community service? Elaborate. Instead of expelling members for God's forbid, or God's forbid, sending them to exile, we could set up a system of assigning hours of community service depending on the severity of the infraction. Tending other witches' gardens, harvesting magic for the coven, helping the explorers, whatever's needed, really. We could pull that off, yeah. I don't know if it'll look childish or weak in the eyes of some witches, but it'll benefit the community in the long run, definitely. Alright, what type of law enforcement? I like community service. I like that, actually. Let's go with community service. Understood. Next is forbidden arts. These are the stance of your competitors. It's a waste of our coven. It's a waste that our coven can't benefit from some of the most powerful arts, even if they're dangerous. Maybe we shouldn't grant access instantly, but we could open them up gradually as we educate our members on the implications and responsibilities of each spell. It's a bit risky, but it'll make us way stronger in the long run. Maybe? I'm not well versed on this topic, but I'll trust your judgment. How do you want to go about dealing with forbidden arts? Let's go with free access and education. Free education? Mortal affairs. Guidance. Let's take guidance from... Let's go with guiding mortals. Roger that. Let's talk about witch duties. Jasmine advocates for freedom and trust, for believing that every witch will always have the coven's best interest in mind. Dahlia wants to institute some sort of magical tax where every witch shares some... Yep. Magical tax. It may be interesting to adopt Dahlia's idea of magical tax. It doesn't require any specific actions to serve the coven, and it's pretty fair since we'll be asking for a percentage of every witch's magical output, whatever form that takes. No one should be worried about failing control. Nobody should be worried, about failing controls. You can go about your existence however you want, provided you contribute to the coven's magical reserve. It also opens the door for us to attempt some ambitious projects, since that much energy from so many witches will be a tremendous asset to work with. It'll drag down personal development, though. Our sisters are used to having their full magical reserves to invest in their personal enterprises. So in the end, it's a matter of putting collectivism over individualism. Having said that, what are we going to do about witch duties? Let's go with the magical tax. And finally we have on... I think we should eat it. Try to come up with a new option. What is her idea? What if... Nah, that's too much. Spit it out. We're brainstorming here. Wild idea could lead to something interesting. What if only the leaders get to eat Adana? All by herself. No. I don't like that at all. Devouring Adana's corpse is tempting. We will all instantly become more powerful, prepared to confront these times of change. Yes, nobody remark. Not that I mind welcoming more witches, but becoming more powerful will still come in handy for my job. Yeah, either everyone eats or nobody eats. This is space witch communism. Let's go with devouring Adana. Alright, that's a wrap then. Let's review the program as a whole now. This program is unique, though. This program is unique enough. I believe we are offering quite an interesting option over the plans of our rivals. Are you happy with it? Would you like to change anything? Okay, so we have the referendum and the magical tax. And the free access to education. We have 3 things from Dahlia's campaign. We have 2 things, or we have the mortal affairs. We have 1 thing for the pillar, and we are dealing with Adonna's corpse the same way that Jasmine wants to. And then we have our own community service. I'm happy with this program. Let's move on. Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. Now take a minute to look at our program. Internalize it, believe it, make it yours. You're going to have to defend all these decisions in front of your rivals in the whole coven. But most importantly, I'm going to need you to sell the concept of it. And for that, we're going to need a slogan. Ugh. A slogan, finally. Something fun. It's been fun all the way for me so far. You're really enjoying yourself behind that haughty pose, huh? You bet. What would you like to use as a slogan? No! Make the coven great again. Take fate into thy hands, stronger together. A very happy heaven. A real sisterhood. Very loaded. I like it. Loaded how? It implies that what Adonna built wasn't a real sisterhood. But it doesn't insult her directly. It's a slogan that pleads for change, and the word sisterhood is a lovable term. I can work with this. Great job. Nice. Thank you. We're almost done. What else? We just need to start campaigning, right? Yes, and for that we need the ultimate, most classical form of propaganda. A poster. What for? It's not like there are any streets in space to plaster with my face. We'll send posters to everyone we know from inside and outside the coven. Try to have them set up in common spaces, like temples, cosmic markets. That's not my style at all. That's why I'm here, to do all the nasty marketing you're too self-conscious to do. I just want this to be over. A few weeks, couple of months at max, and this will be all but a memory. You've done 200 years of exile. I'm sure you can endure this. Okay, I give up. Just tell me what to do, and I'll do it. I was thinking that your new cards have a lot of style. What do you say? Want to compose the poster yourself? Do I have a choice? Not really. You're really talented. Let's just squeeze your artist juices. Oh, hell yeah! We look so cool. Oh, hell yeah. Holy shit. Okay, so my issue has become that, or my issue here is that I like the implication of putting the hearts on the poster, but I don't think the red pops so much. I feel like people are going to be looking at that and not like me on the poster, you know? No. Don't like that. I like that. Ooh. Yeah, that works for me. What do you think? Pretty cool. You can never have too many stars on a political poster. Should I give it another try? No, it's good. I like it. It's powerful in a very unique way. If anything, it does a great job of capturing your essence. We should send this to a museum once the race is over. Shut up. Great, we're ready to win this race. Finally. Honestly, I'm not really cut out for this. Yes, you are. Fate provided you with a mean sister to make sure of it. Just my luck. That's what that said. Now to the unavoidable question. Why don't you draw a card to make sure we win this thing? Why did we put this much work in? For consistency. What does it matter if you become the next leader if you don't have a plan? You'll have to actually run the coven. Even if we get there, though, even if we get through magical means. Doesn't come without risks, though. There's always a chance I draw a card that doesn't offer any favorable results to us. And once drawn, there's no going back. We could assure our victory, but we could also doom us and make all of our efforts futile. Right? Well, you know your deck better than anyone. Our chances of winning through sheer effort are pretty decent, I'd say. But if you want to remove the anxiety from the competition by determining the outcome, I'm in. No, because, like, once it comes out that, like, our cards write the future and not just read it, once that comes to light, people are absolutely going to be like, oh, she rigged the race. Yeah, we're not doing that. It's too risky. Let's just do our best. All right. We should at least look for opportunities during the race to use the deck on our rivals. They'll have to agree to ask something of the deck, though. I don't do divination without consent. That's where I draw the line. Okay, I'll try to come up with ways to seduce them into reading. Suit yourself. Pandemonium. Who to say rigging the race is what a witch who has power should do? But, like, not me. Not me. Please wait here. Eugenia will be here in a minute. What is this? Am I dead? No, don't worry. You're not dead at all. I shouldn't say a lot more, though. Why not? Protocol? This probably doesn't mean much to you, but you are extremely lucky. Eugenia is an exceptional witch. You couldn't be in better hands. A what? Come again? Oops, I've said too much, but everything is going to be all right. I must go. Just get comfortable. But bye. Just get comfortable. My clothes are still wet. How did this much sand get under my swimsuit? Shit, I still have the key to my food truck on me. Hope Ava and Patrice managed to get back home okay. Ugh, so warm. This feels nice. This place is actually super cool. I wonder if it'd be too expensive to rent for a nice getaway with some fools. Will I ever get to see my friends again? I don't recognize those stars. Where the hell am I? This place makes me want to read tarot. The air smells like nothing I've smelled before. It's a mix of nature, fate, and possibility. Gravity feels different too. Lighter. I feel like my mind is slowly shedding some dry husk, and a fresh breeze is starting to blow through it. This trembling, this isn't fear, it's excitement. Oh no. I feel like I never want to go home. Dear woman, Eugenia. I love you already. Ugh. Relax, I'm here to look after you. You were from Earth, right? Earthlings always have the worst time processing their ascension. Your collective subconscious is too cynical. Your society rejects magic with a strength unlike any other in this universe. Just let it sink in. This is something good, I promise. Dear. Very observant. My kin are what human witches call dear folk. Oh, and you are a human witch, by the way. Is this really happening? Yes, congratulations. You've ascended. Please don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. This is the best day of my life. "32 cycles left. Everything's set to go. Election day has just been announced. We're merely 32 cycles away from it. We have everything we need, so let's get to work. The most critical point is what we do with this massive behemoth. Yeah, that. What do we do with your sister's savior? What could we possibly do with the help of an almighty being, older than time, who's able to grant wishes? Can you make everyone vote for us? Yes. What are you willing to pay in exchange? Can't you grant wishes without a price? Aren't you and Fortuna friends at this point? Yeah, I love Fortuna, but the cosmic wheel needs its offering in order for my magic to work. What can a behemoth do for free? I could disguise myself as a familiar and deliver messages. I can harvest energy. I can spread rumors. Interesting. And I think that's about it, if we don't want to draw too much attention to my powers. It's already more than I expected, so great. Happy to surpass your expectations, O dominant sister. Which grimoire of clowns did you find this one in, Fortuna? Let's check the vibe of the coven first. Programs have already been made public, so witches are starting to form their own ideas regarding this race. We can tap into the minds of the coven with the Dream Ball. The Dream Ball allows us to get real-time readings of our community's desires and expectations. Hence, we can filter the current vote intention. This will be the pivotal tool for adjusting our strategies as the race progresses. Every action we perform and the actions of our opponents, of course, will affect the Coven's sympathies. And that'll be reflected in the Dream Ball's reading. I added some men's runes to filter vote intention by demographic. Go ahead and browse through them. I encourage you to put some time into familiarizing yourself with the characteristics of each group. You not only need their votes, but you also plan on becoming leader, so you'd better take responsibility and do some studying. Luckily for you, your sister is one of the Coven's archivists. I already wrote down a comprehensive demographic analysis for you. Took the liberty of placing it all in your library, for when you have the time to go and do some studying. Wow, thank you so much. I got you. Now, about how we are going to operate. Fortuna, you won't be able to accomplish much by yourself out there, being exiled and all. But we will act as your will outside of this room. Let us know what you want us to do, and we'll set out to do so. It could be promoting some point of the program, looking for allies, gathering intel, harvesting some energy from your deck. Bear in mind that these tasks will take between 3 and 5 cycles each, so plan accordingly. Understood? But wait, what do I do while you're all out? Do your homework, do some studying, make some cards, or jerk off to relieve the pressure. Reese, what? It works, trust me. Always so gross. As the race progresses, you'll have to meet some prospective allies or even rivals here in this office, so don't worry. I don't think you'll get much idle time. Okay. Everyone ready? Any doubts? Let's conquer all. Well, rather than conquer, let's have our sisters put their trust in us. Yes, of course. It was a figure of speech. Okay. We can never be too safe with you. Oh, I almost forgot. I've got something for you, Fortuna. What Earth Pact did I make? Love. The support of my friends. Last year, I spent a great deal of time cataloging the Coven's text and treatises on objects of power. And there is one specific object that kept making me think of you. Here. A sympathy stone. It's a special object of power that will amplify the efforts of whoever's trying to help you. Wow, thank you, Patrice. Just wet a brush with some freshly brewed sage infusion, and write down the name of your allies on it. I'll do it immediately. I love it. Thank you. I got you. So basically, this charm will render the tasks you assign us more effective. Got it. Anyway, let's get to work. Let's make sure we all have a task and get this ball rolling. Stay motivated. Alright, tasks. Jesus Christ. Dahlia's got a good chunk of explorers, novices. Jasmine's got producers and novices. Oh. Academics. Oh, hell yeah! Oracles love me! That seems to be my demographic as the Oracle. Oh, interesting. Voting intention. 100 witches. Okay. I'd like you to... look for allies and opportunities. Nice! I have some ideas in mind already. See you in a few cycles. I'd like you to... dig up dirt on our opponents. Hey, turning invisible may prove useful for this. Let me see what I can find. I'll be back. And then we can go study. Oh shit, what's that? Cupresa. Witch Fortuna, I'd like to formally introduce myself before the race. There are some topics I'm interested in discussing with you regarding the nature of the political shift our coven is about to experience. Not yet. Read Patrice's demographic analysis. Let's see what Patrice prepared for me. Demographic. Novices. The freshly ascended witches in training that still haven't found their calling. Though bear in mind how time works in this immortal society, some novices find their place in the first few... I'm interested this will be harder for you since I just stuck with Dahlia. Interesting. Okay. But some others may take decades. You don't need the approval of anyone to stop being a novice and join the ranks of the producers, academics, explorers. On the other hand, warriors require tests first, and to become an oracle, as you're well aware, another oracle needs to dream about you. Strategy guide. The novices are usually pushed around by the rest of the witches, so they welcome any initiative that increases their rights and opportunities. Academics. Witches so absorbed with the mysteries of this cosmos that they rarely do anything beyond studying it. They're one of the most, if not the most, prestigious demographic, since they're constantly furthering our craft and talents. Although you don't necessarily need to be old to be wise, academics are the oldest demographic on average. You can count them as the biggest elder representation in the race. In fact, Cupresa is one of them, so she may have a slight advantage in this front. Strategy guide. Academics like quiet. Control, respect, protocol. They're pretty well off, so they'll welcome anything that maintains the status quo. Okay. I should probably get going soon. I don't think I have time for another conversation, actually. Let's read a little more. Demographic. Producers. These white witches have a penchant for milking the cosmos, be it gardening, mining, sewing, or distilling dark matter, you name it. They pride themselves on providing. Without them, we'd lose many comforts, to be honest. Producers and academics have an almost symbiotic relationship. Producers fund academics' endless research, and in exchange, they reap the latest techniques for furthering the exploitation of this universe. Jasmine is one of them, and she'll have the upper hand with this demographic. Strategy Guide. Producers have historically felt underappreciated and overworked. To cater to them, increase their quality of life relevance. The communism thing, like, everybody we skim a certain percentage, that would be, like, less take from producers then. Demographic. Warriors. Hunters, guardians, soldiers. Specialized in all kinds of combats and cosmic warfare. They keep us safe, provide rare materials from daemons and other dangerous beings. They also craft weapons. It's the hardest group to belong to, as it's a very demanding occupation. We barely count a dozen in our coven. Dahlia is one of them, and I'm sure she'll have their undying support no matter what. Strategy Guide. Warriors are extremely loyal, so unless something exceptional happens, they're going to be on Dahlia's side. Explore. These witches continuously chart this cosmos. Explorers scout new locations, discover new sources of energy and materials, and keep us informed of the latest events around every galaxy. They're usually too busy to mind with politics, so everything goes for them as long as it doesn't hinder their endeavors. Strategy Guide. They're pretty easy. Throw them a bone here and there and they'll support us. Although the same goes for the other parties too. Alright, is there any way to just save it? Game saved 6 minutes ago. 7 minutes ago. Damn. If we create a card, it'll save it, right? Let's make something cheap. Looks... Sacred Grievance. Moonstone Temple is a gateway to illumination, the figure, sensible communion in the serenity of tribal meditation. The Minister of Secrets veils the inner truths of the heart. Alright. 31 cycles left. No! Okay, so time is moving. Good to know. Game saved 0 minutes ago. Okay, so, we're gonna call it there. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. I super appreciate it. I gotta get going. We're gonna drop some socials there. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out. If you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on Twitch. It's free. It's easy. Every follow is appreciated. All announcements are going to be in the Discord server. If I have to change my schedule at all, there's also Go Live notifications in the Discord server. There's sources that I cite during the gaming news streams, all that good stuff. That's where people vote on the games that I play. It's a great time, and we'd love to have you. All of my socials are linked either here in the Twitch chat, or they should be linked below into the VOD. That's Patreon, there's the VODs channel, obviously, if you're here already. There's Silver Screeners, there's my movie podcast, Kill All Film Majors, and my Instagram. That should do it. Alright, I gotta get out of here. I love this game. I will just say, I'm kind of adoring this game. Be good, be kind, treat people the way that you would want to be treated, and I'll catch you in the next one.